chatting away with Rob there, the head of security, and of course Emily Fraser, who's the big boss. He clearly wasn't happy with what was said after the first round. The bluegrass badass, he calls himself, has to get going.
I don't think he's going to end up with a pocket on the red 3 after pocketing the 1 and the blue 2 on the break. I think America's best break off yet, though, maybe. So I feel like it'll be something like cut the 3 up the table, try and come back behind the pink 4, maybe use the 9 as a snookering ball as well. Now, unless the camera's fooling me, I don't think the 3 passes in the side. No, it doesn't. That's a great look. And here you just got to use your skills, really. The 4 is on the back rail. So if you chip the 3 up the table, try and come behind the 4, it's hard to leave a real good shot. Get your ball in hand most of the time. Phil, I'll tell you, he's locked on the pink 4, and I don't see a good route at all. The 7's in the way of the swerve going to the long rail nearest. I'll tell you what he may do here. I don't see anything good at all. He may push the 4 into the 5, maybe try and put the 5 on the 8, try something up and surrender ball in hand.
Extension, please.
I think that's what he's looking at now. I think that's correct too. Just do what you can to make the out as difficult as possible. That's what he's looking at. What can I do to purposely foul into the 4 and disrupt the 5, the purple 5?
Foul stroke. Ball in hand.
He's trying to cover up the pocket.
Well, a turn of events there that just underline how penal that hook was.
Okay, Sky Woodward, America's captain. He's got to forget about that miss on the 6. Little draw stroke out towards the middle. Is he rolling this? I thought it'd be a stun of some sort. Now again, the real works from the 6 to the brown 7, then back over for the black 8.
Can't imagine he's going to miss another 6. Not this one. If he does, he would be distraught.
Yeah, this is the type of shot, how you hit the pocket can really determine the cue ball. Because you don't want to get too thin on the brown 7, but you can't afford straight with the black 8 on the other side. So he's got to get the speed right here. Much better delivery, much cleaner with the cue.
There are flukes and flukes. He hit that 7-ball horribly.
Yeah, it reminded me, there was a shot in the Reyes Cup. It was a 7 as well. I can't remember exactly what it was for Team Asia, but carbon copy, really.
I think my emotion after a shot like that would be embarrassment, not laughing.
Well, I think he's really still trying to settle himself overall, really.
For the USA, just what the doctor ordered. They badly needed a tonic. In the first singles, Shaw's lead.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I think the 2's open, but already on day one, you kind of feel like, you know, it's kind of a given. You don't even have to watch the 1 that much when Europe breaks. You feel like it's going in, and not quite the other side, not the other, you know, quite the same for the other side. Tricky out here, though. Not sure the 3 passes the brown 7. It certainly does, but I don't think it passes with speed, and the pink 4 is all the way back up. Can he move the pink a little right here? Okay, he had to go towards the 3. The lefty's going to have an odd stretch here, and again, I think the 3 does play, but any kind of speed, it may bobble, may hang. You're seeing at the top of your screen there now, at the right side of your screen, the pink 4 backup table. I'll tell you another thing, it doesn't look like the purple 5 passes the brown either. So he's going to play the combo here, I think. Oh, that's really good stuff.
You know, the key to cue sports, visualization and then execution. And that's what he did perfectly on that occasion.
Yeah, and you know, we've all been around Jason when he takes a loss. You know, sometimes we think, hey, you should maybe think the way you're thinking, or, you know, don't blame it on this or that. He's wondering what happened with the rail there, but I'll tell you, the guy that can leave it behind quickly also is Jason, and I'll tell you, that's exactly what you want for the Mosconi Cup, because nobody's going to be perfect out there.
Our referee Ben Telefuente gets Jason Shaw the rest. Ooh, this is not an enviable shot to play at any point of any match, anywhere, anytime.
No, he's got to kind of kill it with a little spin as well. Oh, he went ahead and went with speed. Needs a friendly bump. I think he may have gotten it, actually, just enough. And if he is going to attack, being left-handed is going to help. Now this camera view tells me maybe he can't go at this. He may just let this fly. Like that, up and down the table.
But when you lose shape, Jeremy, it's so hard to regain it. It's the knock-on effect.
Yeah, it's not that first ball. Usually it's a ball or 2 down the line. That's why position is so important. Now he's close to it. Even though he's with the bridge, he should be able to edge this with control. Oh, he went. I'm not sure about this one. He may need a little help.
No love for Woodward. 6 very much on. 3-1 very much on.
So
Tracks to 1.
Let's start at the beginning. The break needs to work.
Tells me he's snookered on the blue two with it near the pocket. So no chance to really advance on the run, but going to be a difficult push out here in game number 5, excuse me.
You feel for Woodward there. That was a much better break, and what's he got? Precious little.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? You got to keep breaking well to make sure at some point you figure it's going to produce chances, right? I think he's got to challenge him here, whether it be a jump shot, maybe something off the bottom rail. I don't know. Boy, you hate to roll out to something where he can, maybe cut it in the side, right? So.
Push out call.
So he's going to play off the red 3, declaring the push out. The only thing I could figure is maybe he left the thin cut, but very difficult one. If the cut's not on, I think Skyler gets the shot back, to be honest. Yeah, obviously it looks like the cut does play. And I wouldn't say totally natural, but the cue ball should be coming 2 cushions towards the bottom end. Yeah, this is definitely playable. Got to avoid the scratch where he's standing.
Extension call.
Shaw using his extension. He does this on the shot he identifies as the biggest of the rack.
Yeah, kind of like the game-winning shot, whether it's the 3 ball, 7 ball, 8 ball, does not matter. And I'll tell you, he's made a lot of shots already, but that was as comfortable a stroke I've seen from Jason in this cup so far. Big one here going forward with the cue ball, very missable.
There's something about the Mosconi that floats Shaw's boat. He's a different animal.
I know the push out was pretty difficult no matter where you went. I would have probably preferred the bottom rail to make Jason knock it in the corner versus the side, but Skyler's at the table and he can certainly see things better than we can.
So this pretty unmissable 9 ball, when it goes in, he'll be on the hill breaking.
He must have had some prior knowledge of the spot you went to.
Leading 4 racks to 1.
Well, I don't know about Philly cheesesteaks, but right now America have got food for thought.
All right, it looks to be maybe has a sliver of the 2. And look at Shaw immediately looking to see if the 2 passed the 8. So it looks like maybe the lead's telling him, I'm willing to take on this difficult shot if it does go.
He's also safe in the knowledge, Shaw, that he will, if it goes that far, be breaking off in rack 8 as well.
Yeah, those lags are, you know, some years it seems like they're not that important, but as soon as you think that, you could have a year like 2020 where Americans lost, I think, 6 or 7 hill matches, and they didn't have the break on any of those that year at hill. So
Scott, that's your choice.
You've been there, Jeremy, in the captain's role, and I know you do a great job. When things are going like this really badly, your head must spin.
yeah, it's weird, you know. Of course, I wasn't a captain last year with Skyler, but this year I felt a little different. Like I was really intense last year with myself watching, and now I'm still pulling. You know which way I'm pulling for, of course, and try to be as impartial as possible. But I just don't feel the oddness of the captain. And no matter if you're winning a little bit, tied, or like a deficit like here, it could be 3-0.
Well, there is distance, obviously. There is difficulty, obviously. But the 2 is on.
Yes, it certainly is. And thing is, can he go forward past the 8? That would make the 2 way easier rather than elevating the cue from distance. He's jacked up, so very missable.
Foul stroke. Ball in hand.
Did he touch the 4, I guess?
Must have done. There was
Please start the
no
clock.
argument from Shaw, and Ben Fuente is one of the very best referees in the world. Let's have a look. Didn't see anything there, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you what, the cue had a lot of speed on it as well. It wasn't like the slow delivery where you could graze it and not see it move. At that speed, you would feel like you'd see the pink move. But like you said, Jason didn't really say didn't care too much about it. So
What I will say is that Ben was very well positioned.
and somehow he produced a pocket for the 3 by the 8th. And he's fairly straight enough to draw back for the pink.
Damn, I need better eyes.
He's going to be fairly straight here. It's not going to scratch, but getting position on the purple 5, good luck. He's going to have to probably cinch this pink 4 and play from distance on the purple 5. You know, if you're at your pool room having fun, you just go rail first on the pink and create an angle and go up table, but don't think that's the case here. Yeah, you can't let 4-1 make you go for something crazy. He is going rail first, very missable. Great hit.
That's the shot-making expertise of Skyler Woodward. That's what he's capable of.
Yeah, just go to your local club and set that up. You shoot rail first with a mild speed, yeah, not that hard to make the ball, but to get enough speed and be accurate to come down for the 5 and pocket the purple, or excuse me, the pink, pretty special. Oh, this is going to hurt a little bit. And the only thing I can tell you is he mishit the cue ball. Hit it with a hair right spin. Definitely didn't intend to.
Nothing coming easy for Skylar Woodward. Nothing coming easy for the USA.
Now kick and stick though, but easy to let it leak. Yeah, now it's all about the speed on the 6. Now, does he want to roll this by the 6, using the 9 to snooker?
Extension call.
He's going here. I don't know if the score is really picking out a shot selection. I don't know if it's 3-3 if he really attacks the 6 or not.
A slightly bigger bounce, that would have been unmissable.
Well, what I was getting at, don't let the score change your shot selection, or not too often anyways.
The 6 was unkind to Woodward earlier in the match, but that was outstanding. Two pots to save the match, to keep it alive. You know what they say?
USA to break. Training 4 ranks to 2.
So can Woodward apply even more pressure?
I'll tell you, a little shake of the hand there from Woodward, but he's got to look at the blue two. It's not a push out that's always difficult. And one of the best bankers in the big moments. I wonder if he attacks on this blue two. It does go by the 8, and the rest of the rack is fairly open.
I don't think he means that seriously.
I'd say it's a little bit cuttable. Well, definitely cuttable. Cue ball's going to have some speed coming across towards the 9, maybe the 7. May get a little action on the 9. I think he's changed his mind. I think at first he was cutting it, Phil, and then decided at the last moment, which I don't mind the bank at all, really.
Yeah, his teammate and big buddy Billy Thorpe is known as the banker, but Skylar Woodward is also a terrific banker.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of them boys from Kentucky area. Of course, Billy being from Ohio, but not far from Kentucky.
Extension call.
Yeah, the bluegrass state. But there, the blue only favoured Jason Shaw.
I thought he left a shot, but oh, he did. Okay. Yeah, and the pink fours in a perfect position here in a couple shots to get at a difficult purple 5.
As always, Jeremy is absolutely right. Look at this table, and you think it's all about the 5. Well, Shaw is going through a purple patch, and it's the purple ball that matters most.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I know it's only day 1, but Shaw, it's like he goes into a booth right before he comes into Alley Pally and just goes to work. Caught that a little heavy. Again, maybe day 2 or 3, that ball doesn't fall. Tricky little one here. He's got to ease in or come across.
Again, Shaw has played a captain's innings. Shaw.
Just trying to grab Jason Shaw, who's getting mobbed by the European fans. Jason, do you have a minute? First of all, you are playing unbelievable today. How does it feel out there?
Yeah, it's incredible. you know, I was a little bit more pumped in that match. You know, I knew it was a big point. Skylar didn't play his best, but I took the chances and, yeah, I got another point on the board, so delighted with that.
There's obviously been a little bit back and forth between you and Skylar. How nice was it to get one over on him there?
Yeah, after all that talk yesterday, I guess the best man won, right?
And you did say yesterday in the press conference about this clash, you just said the word easy, full stop. Did that match go exactly how you planned?
Did it look easy, guys? There's your answer.
And you can tell you're really enjoying yourself out here tonight. How much is this atmosphere and the European fans helping you?
Yeah, I wish, you know, Matchroom have so many tournaments. I just wish they had more team events, because it would bring more, you know, more fans to the game to follow maybe their teams and stuff like that. But it's just the best event you can ever play in, you know. Both sets of fans are amazing. They come over from the US, we go over there, and there's no other event like it. So thanks to everybody that's here, because it wouldn't be here without you guys.
And finally, you predicted a whitewash of a day. It's currently 3-0. Couldn't be going much better, could it?
Well, the team sheet worked out great. You know, we worked on a lot of things over the last 2 weeks, and you can see it's paying off on the table, and we got the right lineup. So the goal was to go 3-0 up and let these young guys come out and show you how good they really are.
Well, congratulations. Brilliant performance. Thank you very much.
Yeah, captain, fantastic. Jason Shaw leading by example there to give Team Europe a 3-0 advantage. And coming up next, as Jason's just mentioned there, the two rookies in the European field, world number 8, Piers Labutis, and world number 9, Moritz Neuhausen, who will look to make it a clean sweep for Team Europe on day 1 of this year's Mosconi.